out my previous the previous session. This is such a mistake, right? So, well, we all learn from everything. I'm going to do the re-recording again. And this is basically what we did earlier. For those who just joined me earlier, this is what we just did. So basically, I just revisit what we just did. What we're going to do today, like I said, we're going to focus a lot on our shoulders, the front half of our shoulders, as well as understanding the front and back of this and how to really utilize our shoulders a lot more. Alright, so from here, we're going to first warm our wrists, follow our shoulders, then we'll go into all the different exercises. Okay? What I will do is I will demo, then I will give you the count of this and you can follow. Because I'm doing this after the recording, I'll do one set, and what you can do is, if you're doing it together with me and you're repeating this again, you can either repeat the set or you can just do one set. Okay? So, I promise the next one will be better. Over here, okay, come let's go on our wrist. First of all, you want to have a finger stretch. So, to start with a finger stretch, you want to have your fingers close together. Okay, we're going to start like this, and we're going to place our hands, fingers facing backwards, palms onto the ground. Have our shoulders fist width apart, our hands shoulder width apart. What we're going to do is we're going to start to lift our baseball palms off. As we let it lift, we're going to balance onto our fingers and we're going to try to let our elbows drop down towards the floor. For now, you can aim your elbows to touch your knees if you want to, but notice that your shoulders don't shift back. Your shoulders must stay above your wrist, and you want to hold here for the next 40 seconds, alright? So I'm going to start a timer right now on my phone. Then you all will hold the first set for 40 seconds before you all take a break, and we will repeat this. This is the first of three exercises for the first one. So that is for us to hold up. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about right now, it don't make sense anymore. Let's just set ourselves up. So we want to come onto your hands and your knees. From here, you're going to start to lift your hands off and shift your shoulders forward. So you can start to stretch it out. 40 seconds starts right now. What you're trying to do is you're trying to let your thumbs lift, try to drop your elbows down, try to shift your shoulders above your wrists, and stay. Maybe you can start to walk your knees back, but keeping your shoulders above your wrists over here. 15 seconds to go. Breathe. Try to aim your elbows down to the floor. I can't do it, but some people apparently can. I don't know. 25 seconds, hang in there. If you're able to, try to walk your knees back. If this is too much for you, just stay. Some of us may not go that low, but it happens over time. In the last 3, 2, 1, slowly ease it up. Alright, the second part of this exercise is first knuckle press. So first knuckle press over here is to have again staying onto our knees. We're going to have our hands just next to our knees. So you notice my hands are going to be here. This time around, fingers spread wide apart, like how you will set yourself up for a tabletop pose. Tabletop pose is the same arm setup. Once it's going, and you find yourself, just ease your weight forward into the hands a little bit more. So you kind of feel that you're getting weight into the first finger knuckle, which is basically this knuckle that I am pointing to. Okay? Once it is going, you can try to keep your rounded shoulders of the cat spine here. And if you want to, you can try to rotate the inside of the elbows forward, but that is not necessary. From here, you want to stay, and then from here, you want to start to lift your palms off the ground, keeping your fingers staying on your ground. Only your palms and your thumbs are lifting off. See my thumbs wriggling? And from here, slowly lower down. Notice my shoulders don't shift back. I'm keeping my shoulders moving forward past my wrist. Up and down, up and down. You don't want to lift up and move back down like this. That is defeating the purpose over here. Okay? So from here, we're going to do this 10 times in total. I did it when we were doing it earlier. I did it in seconds, but you can do it 10 times in total at your own time, own target. So you can always hit pause, or you can follow my pace right here. So shift the shoulders forward, keep the spine rounded, keep the shoulders rounded at the same time. Start to lift. Notice the shoulders are still past your wrist. Slowly lower down, and up to slowly lower down. up 3, slowly lower down, up 4, keep the weight onto the first finger knuckle, slowly lower down, up 6, slowly lower down, up 7, I think I need to counter 1, never mind, slowly lower down, up 8, grip the back of your fingertips, slowly lower down, up 9, and slowly lower down, up 10, and slowly lower down. Sit up, shake it out over here. I know it's really tough. Your third exercise for the day is actually to sit down anyhow that you want to. I want you to try to reach your hands forward and you're going to feel the flexion in your forearm muscles. As you try to reach forward, I want you to start to flick your fingers up. Notice my fingers, I try to aim 90-degree bend in my elbows. Some of us may not be able to do so, we'll end up doing this, that is okay. As long as you feel as if this part is trying to pull backwards towards your face and you feel this part really hard and really working at the same time. What I like to do is I like to stare at my forearm muscles to really make sure that they're working and popping out slightly. And from here we're going to open and clench our fists. So from here, open up your hands, slowly keep pulling back as you clench your fists. Open it up and clench. Open it up and clench. Open it up and clench. Open up. Stay a moment. We really slowly open up and clench. You should feel your forearm muscles really working. Open it up and clench. Open it up and clench. Open it up and clench. 3 more to go. Pull it back. Keep pulling your knuckles back. Open it up and clench. Open it up and clench. 1 more to go. Open it up and clench. Shake it out. Alright, and we're going to go back to the floor again to repeat what we just did. So the first one over here is a finger stretch. Finger stretch is for us to come back onto our hands, fingers all close together. We're going to allow our palms to lift off, bend the elbows and keep our shoulders above our wrists. Once you got it started up, we're going to hang for 40 seconds and the timer starts now. Hang in there. So all this while you want to focus on trying to shift the wrist, shoulders forward. The stretch comes in your forearms, it's a very deep stretch. At the same time, the stretch comes in your fingers because these are all additional stretches for you to really power the forearms. I work with the forearms, we're halfway there already. It is also because our forearms are quite a significant way of strengthening our entire arm exercises. It's like how your thigh muscles and your calf muscles are very important. Last 5 seconds, ending in 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly ease out of it, shake it all the way out. Alright, so you got a second one, 10 knuckle presses on your own time, own target. From here, you can always hit pause because I'm going to just skip on to the next one. But from here, hit pause as you hang on to your own knuckles. Again, fingers set up in front of you, making sure that your first finger knuckle is pressing down into your ground. So I'm trying to show you front view this time around because you kind of know what to do. Hands by your knees, shoulder width apart, round the shoulders slightly, lean forward. As you lean forward, lift out your knuckle press. Notice my thumbs are off as well. Keeping your shoulders forward, drop it down. Feel the stretch in the base of your wrist. Lift it up and down. So you got 10 more, 10 in total. So go ahead, hit pause and do it right now. The third one is your seated wrist flick up. We're going to do this for the second round again. So as you sit nice and tall, you want to focus on sucking the belly button in, keeping the elbows straight. As you slowly open up your hands, you shall feel this entire forearm muscle really working really hard. Close the fist, keep pulling the knuckles backwards. Open it up, do this, hit pause and do it for 10 at the same time. Now coming over to the warm-up shoulders, so you're down your wrist already, it's all nice and shaken up, it's all nice and warmed up. Coming to the shoulders, I'm going to work on shoulder scapular push-ups. You've got 2 choices over here. The first choice, I would like everyone to take it on your knees. So that as you take it on your knees, you're going to come onto your knees as well as your hands, tabletop pose. As you keep your shoulders rounded, notice, first of all, let me quickly demo. I'm going to let the Shoulder blades try to squeeze together, noticing that I do not arch my back. I'm just keeping everything nice and tucked in. My tailbone is always pointing towards the back of the wall behind me. I'm going to depress my shoulders, and this is where I pause. And I'm going to push into my shoulders to protract, creating a hill between my shoulders, making sure my elbows and my shoulders still stack above my wrists. As I depress it down, do not bend your elbows, do not arch your back. You don't want to arch your back, you want to keep everything in. Only your chest try to sink and you try to squeeze your shoulder blades together, maybe pulling shoulders back and round, push away from the mat. So if I show you back view, this is how your shoulders will look like. As you depress, you're going to try to squeeze your shoulder blades together, draw your shoulders down, okay, not shoulders up, shoulders down, squeeze. As you exhale, you're going to push, 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 push. Stacking your shoulders above your wrist to try to feel the stretch at the back of your shoulders over here. Okay, all's good. So you've got 10 push-ups in total. Do it at your own time, own target. I'll do the first one with you before you hit pause and continue the 9 yourself. So from here, set yourself up. Knees below your hips, hands below your shoulders. Now, keeping everything contracted, so drop your shoulders down, make sure your elbows doesn't bend, pull the shoulder back slightly, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Now exhale, push all the way towards the top of the ceiling. That is 1. Hit pause, do the rest of the 9 yourself. So you've done quite a bit of your shoulder scapular push-ups. You should be able to understand how it feels like to extend and how the shoulder blades are actually quite powerful in moving. Next one over here is to stretch your entire back of your shoulders. So it's a very simple yoga move. Let's do this together. Come onto your tabletop pose. Place your left hand below your armpit. In the next inhale, stretch. Reach the right hand all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale the thread. Reaching your right hand all the way over to the side as you rest onto your right cheek and your right shoulder. I'm adjusting slightly over here so your knees may remain below my hips. And at the same time, you can reach your left hand up to the ceiling. And if you want to, you can always either reach, come back down to the floor. Option 2, reach your left hand core towards the top of the mat. Or if you want to, you can always bring it back down and find your right inner thigh. Pull the left shoulder all the way up. Hang in there. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release left hand down to the floor. Push yourself back up. Shake it out over here. Place your right armpit below your right shoulder. Reach the left hand up as inhale. Exhale the thread all the way over towards the top of the mat as you slowly ease weight onto your left shoulder. Option 1, right arm can go up. Option 2, right hand can go forward. Stretching it out over here. Okay. And option 3, you can reach your right hand up, find it behind you, thread, and pull the right shoulder blade back at the same time. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you need to stay longer, stay, otherwise release, coming back up to center. Roll your shoulders over here, shake it out. Okay, and the last one of this exercise is to go into a side plank. So side planks over here is to have your right palm, right knee down onto the floor. Watch me for demo first before you do it on your own. Today's side plank is not about this standard side plank for yoga. Your fingers are going to face towards where you're looking at, which is the screen. And basically your right index finger lines up with your right shoulder. And your right knee is just below the hips. Make sure your shoulders stack above the wrist. It's not going to be behind, it's not going to be way in front, it's just directly above. Extend the left leg all the way back. From here, reach the left hand up. If you feel confident, you can always extend the right foot forward, squeeze the hips up and stay. 30 seconds to hold only. So once you've got yourself set up over here, you just want to place your right hand in line with your shoulder. So making sure you stack yourself up, everything all nice and strong. Your knee is always there. Squeeze those bum. Extend the left leg out. And when you're ready, 30 seconds starts right now. What you can do is to lift the left hand off, or you can lift the right leg off at the same time, squeezing your bum all at the same time. Okay? Just 10 seconds has passed. Okay, suck the belly button in, squeeze the bum. Making sure you feel everything from the front shoulder all the way down towards the first finger knuckle. Okay, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release down. Okay, so once you got it going, you're going to set yourself up for the left side now. Left hand again, left arm below left shoulder. Making sure that your knuckle aligns with your top shoulder before you walk your knee back. Once you've got everything nice and set up, notice my shoulders are directly above my hands. My right leg is straightened. I'm going to start the timer, start to lift. From here, if it's too much for you, just stay. If you're feeling confident, this top leg drives down and you slowly extend. It's not that easy, but your hips must go high up. From here, try to make sure that most of the weight comes on the inside of your hands, which means it needs some shoulder rotating inwards at the same time. Okay? You've got about just 5 more seconds to go. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. So that's a quick warm up over here. What I want you to do is to hit pause after I say everything finished and do your own scapular push-ups one more time. Do about 8 to 10 of them on your knees, or you can do a full one as you come into full plank pose. If you're doing a full plank pose, make sure as you drop your chest, you also do not drop your hips. You want to keep your hips nice and high, only dropping your shoulders and pushing up. You're coming with your knees, same thing, shoulders drop and push up. Full plank, shoulders drop and push up. Okay, hit pause now, 8 to 10. Okay, so that was your warm up done. Now we're going to go into a full set of everything that we just did over here. Great. So over here, we've got our first one, plank shifts for 30 seconds, followed by plank holds for 30 seconds, followed by 10 seconds of plank shifts. So what is going to happen? You can either do a Sabata plank with your hands below your shoulders. This is a plank pose over here. You're going to squeeze the bum, suck the belly button in, and after 30 seconds, I'm going to say shift forward, making sure your elbows and your shoulders are past your wrists, loading onto your fingertips, and shift back. Shift forward, 2, and shift back. Shift forward, noticing my bum doesn't go up, it goes down, and shift back, 10 in total. Okay, so we're going to hold plank for 30 seconds first, and the timer starts in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So as you hold plank over here, what you're trying to do is to try to round the shoulders a little bit more, making sure you're getting firm onto your thumbs and index finger at the same time. These 3 fingers are working really hard over here as you hold. Halfway there, 15 seconds only. Just about 10 more seconds to go before you do your shifts. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to shift your shoulders forward. Keep pressing, keep rounding your shoulders. That's 1 and go back above your wrists. Shift it forward, and that's 2, and go back. Shift it forward, squeeze the mat with your fingertips, and go back. That's 3. Shift it forward, round the shoulders, press away harder from the floor, and go back. That's 4. Shift it forward, go back. That's 5. Shift it forward. You can go a little bit more if you want to before you go back. That's 6. Shift it forward and go back. That's 7. If you want to, shift it forward, squeeze the bum, go back. That's 8. Shift it forward, go back. That's 9. Last one. Shift it forward, go back. 10. Knees down. Check out your wrists. Bring the back of your hands together as you drop your elbows down very softly. Just to slowly shake it out. Okay? I know that was tough. Slowly twist, rotate your arms, rotate your wrists a little bit more. For the purpose of doing this, I'm just going to do it one time because if you're practicing on your own, you may not want to do the full thing, but you can always hit pause and rewind if you want to and do it again. But I will go on later on after this, yeah? I will go on to the second part of our workout, which is basically your core, so you rest up your wrist in a little bit more. First one, 30 seconds core hold, is as you pin your back down to the ground, I want you to pull the right knee in and extend the left foot forward. What you're trying to do is to create a no gap between your lower back. As you pull this right knee in, this is how your hip flex is working. Your job is to try to lower this leg down to the ground as far more until it's over 1 millimeter off the ground without any gap in your lower back. From here, arms can reach forward, shoulder blade off the ground. Option 1. Option 2, arms overhead. Option 3, if you have a handstand practice, arms all the way behind your ears, but keep the lower back pinned down to the ground, and we're going to hold. Alright? For this, because the core, I'm actually going to hold. Okay? Ready? Want to set yourself up? Coming with your knees in and your toes up, reaching your hands back, and let's start the 30 seconds. What's going to happen is basically you want to pin your lower bum down to your belly into the ground as you hug this knee in and reach this thigh all the way down. This lower back is pinned down to the ground by sucking the belly button in. As you reach your hands either back or forward, it's going to help you pin the lower back down to the ground. You're going to focus on trying to lift the shoulder blades off even when your arms go up or even when your arms go overhead. In the last 3 seconds, in 2 and 1, take a rest. Okay, before you switch it up to the other side, take a 5 seconds rest over here, and then ready now. And we're going to go back down to the ground, hug the left knee in, straighten our right leg forward. Ready, let's start in 3, 2, 1, arms reaching forward if that is possible. So this is when you're working your core a lot. If you're tired, hug your knees in, that is always a nice option. But lower back must be down to the ground. Noticing that as you squeeze the bum, my leg it can almost touch the ground, my lower back is still down to the ground. If you cannot, maybe your hands can reach forward, maybe one hand hangs in, your choice. But if you're able to reach both hands up or reach both hands back, just hanging for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Great, check it out. At the same time. Now that you're ready, so that was the 2 exercises that you're going for. First is your plank shifts followed by your core. If you want to hit pause, repeat back again and do your own plank shifts, you may not want the whole plank but you just want to practice shifting, that is also fine. So what you want to do as you achieve that for yourself. If you're doing plank shifts alone, you can hit the 30 seconds first and hold the plank moves. After you hit 30 seconds already, you can start to switch to this video. Okay, from here, plank shifts, tuck the tailbone in, noticing my belly button is always sucked in. I want to shift my shoulders forward and load more into my forearms as I squeeze my mat. Notice my fingers are moving before I shift it back. For those who can, you want to shift it even more forward as you rotate your pits of the elbows forward and shift it back. If I show you the front view, this is how it looks like. When I shift it forward, look at my elbows is actually trying to rotate forward to try to help myself to shift before I shift it back. Okay? So do about 10 yourselves. I will hang on here for you. You can always hit pause if you're not done and I've moved on. So you can, I mean the good thing about this video is you can always hit pause whenever you want to. Whenever you're tired, just hit pause. Okay? And that completes our first part of our exercise. The second one, we have plank to wide arm regression, wide arm push-ups. Before I move on into the second exercise, which is the chaturanga. So there are 2 exercises in this set. First one, let me show you the front view first. When you set up for yourself up for your wide arm push-ups, wide arm push-ups are basically your hands are not going to be like literally by your shoulders. You're going to widen your hands slightly wider until your index fingers are by your shoulder tip. This is your shoulder tip. Okay, this is your wide arm push-up. So from here, you're actually going to do the push-ups as you shift your weight forward. And when you bring it down to the ground, notice my elbows are not splitting out, My elbows are just shifting back as I bring myself all the way down before I push up. Even when I push up, my arms are only just this width apart. Okay? Show you side view. What you want to do is, in a wide arm push-up, it challenges your stretch in your front shoulder, it challenges your triceps instead. There are two different types of push-ups which we hardly do. The first wide arm push-ups is over here. I will encourage you to start on your knees first. You will always need to shift your weight forward until your hands, when you're on the ground, end up at your nipple line. So this is how it looks like. As you bring this down to the ground, you're going to shift forward in 3, 2, 1. Noticing my hands are at nipple line over here. From here, I'm going to hug my elbows in, suck my belly button in, squeeze my bum. I'm going to push straight up to my knees. Okay, and this is how it looks like. I'm going to slowly lower down in 3, 2, 1. Please don't push up like that. You're not gliding up like a snake. Please push up in one full plank. Okay? Back over to you. Ready now? Set yourself onto your knees as well as your hands. When you're ready, we're going to slowly lower down in 3, 2, 1. Chest down onto the ground. When your chest down is onto the ground, make sure your hands are by your nipple line over here. And then before we push straight up, hug your elbows in, inhale and push up. Good. Take one breath, inhale, exhale, 3, 2, 1. Down. Roll the shoulders back. Hug your elbows in. Use your triceps, squeeze the bum, push straight up. That's 2. Ready? Inhale slowly. Lower down. 3, 2, 1. Chest down. Roll the shoulders back. Hug the elbows in. Squeeze everything in. Squeeze the bum and push straight up. That is 3. Slowly shift forward. Roll it down. 3, 2, 1. Chest down onto the ground. Round the shoulders. Pull the shoulders back. Hug those elbows in and push straight up. Suck the belly button in. That's 4. Slowly shift forward. Lower down. 3, 2, 1. Stay. Keep your hands at nipple line. I know your wrists are feeling a bit sore. Roll the shoulders back. Hug those triceps in. Squeeze the bum and push up. That is 5. You got about 8 to 10 in total. So shift forward, lower down in 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Hug. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the bum. Tuck the tailbone down. Push straight up. That is 6. Slowly shift forward, lower down. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the bum and push straight up. That is 7. Slowly shift forward, lower down. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Roll the shoulders back. Hug your triceps in. Use the triceps a lot. Squeeze the bum and push straight up. That is 8. Maybe you have 2 more to go. Shift forward. 3, 2, 1. Down. Roll the shoulders back and push up. Whew. Ready? 2 more to go. 1 more to go. Right? Or 3 more to go. 2 more to go. 1 more to go. Shift forward. 3, 2. Squeeze them out. And 1. Down. Roll the shoulders back. Hug those elbows in. Squeeze them out. Try your best. Push all the way up. Now, sit back. Shake it out over here. Bring on your wrists. Bring on your shoulders. Hang in there. Whew. Okay, so that was a tough one. Roll your wrists. First exercise done for the day. For this set. It's really tough for the wrist, especially if you're not used to having push-ups. So this is a tough one that we always have to do. After a while, your wrists and your shoulders kind of get used to it. So this, noticing that as you go forward, you're pulling the shoulders back, and when you push up, you use a lot more of your triceps. The second one is a chaturanga hold, which means that it utilizes a lot more of the sides of your body as well as your front shoulder. So these are 2 different push-ups that we're talking about. One is wide arm. This is a bit wide. One is chaturanga. Chaturanga is super hearted. Got it? So 2 different ways of holding your body strength. I wouldn't say one is better over than the other, but basically we want to exercise 2 ways of utilizing our muscles for 2 different types of arm balances. In fact, some people prefer doing arm balances with a wide arm, some people prefer doing it with a closed arm, depending on how strong they are. Alright, so next one, you're going to go into chaturanga holds. Again, I'll encourage you to do it with your knees because you're going to hold for 15 seconds at the same time. So from here, you're going to set yourself up. The blocks are going to be placed shoulder width apart, and you're going to place your hands directly in front of the blocks in your plank hands. Plank hands over here, I'll encourage you to keep your forearms touching the block. Noticing that my forearms are touching the block, my hands are where they are. I'm going to walk my knees back into a normal tabletop pose. Round your shoulders a lot. The block forces you to shift forward because the moment if you don't shift forward, you cannot bend your elbows and lower down. What many people do is when they bend their elbows, they bend it back, and this is where we don't want a chaturanga to be in. So, blocks come up again. The chaturanga doesn't have to be 90 degrees, but I will ask that your shoulders be above your elbows. So you run around the shoulders, squeeze your bum. I like to bring my knees together, shift my shoulders forward, and then just bend my elbows so that I get a lot of weight onto my fingertips as well as my knuckle over here. Then you're gonna hug it in, hug your triceps in. You're gonna hold for 15 seconds. You don't have to go all the way down. If you want to go down, you can go down a little bit lower, but it's going to be harder to come up. Okay? So when you're ready, get yourself set up with your hands down, legs down, knees down, maybe. Alright? Starting from here, take one deep breath, inhale. As you exhale, shift your weight forward, bend your elbows, and hold. 15, 14, 13, 12. 11, actually watch your wrists. 9, 8, round the shoulders. 7, everyone hug your triceps in. 6, 5, 4, belly button in, everyone squeeze the bum. 3, 2, 1, push up or lower knees down or relax. Shake it out. A lot on the wrists, I don't, hang in there. Hit pause whenever you need to before you repeat again for your push-ups. Your push-ups again, a regression push-ups. If you're too tired to lower down, you can always start with your belly on the floor, arms and nipple line over here. Hug those elbows in, making sure that your hands are about shoulder height. You're not squeezing in like that. It's not a chaturanga, but your elbows are pointed 45 degrees up. And you're getting ready to push up to your knees. So as you pull the shoulders back, noticing my shoulders pull back, I'm going to suck my belly button in. I'm going to push up, practicing to hug my elbows in. Before you go all the way down, that is might be too tough for you. You just want to practice lying down to the floor, pull the shoulders back, and push straight up. You'll utilize your triceps as well as a lot more of your triceps as well as your chest muscles. Okay? Hit pause as you do 8 to 10 more on your own. And then you go one more chaturanga holds with the blocks behind you. From here, this is where you are going to this is where you're going to either, if you have a full plank pose, you can always go into a full chaturanga, but you need to be able to hold it for 15 seconds, so you may not want to go very low here. Okay? I will do this round with you so that, because the first round I didn't do it with you. Okay? So you want to start with your hands behind the blocks. If you're choosing with your plank setup, your knees go below your hips and tuck your toes in, squeeze the bum. When you're ready, take one breath, inhale, exhale, shift forward, bend the elbows, and the timer starts right now. What you want to do is to not arch your back. You're trying to tuck your tailbone down. You're going to bend your elbows slightly, but you're going to keep shifting your weight forward. Your fingers are clawing the mat for the last 3, 2, 1, knees down slowly. Shake it all the way out. Alright? Counter stretch your wrists if you need to. You can either reach your hands forward, point your fingers down, and try to curl into a fist for a counter stretch. That's one thing I didn't do earlier, but that is a way for you to stretch. Do it the other side if you need to at the same time. Okay? And then your next one, as we take a break for all our shoulder exercises, what I encourage you to do is try to do 3 rounds of each exercise. So we've got each time I complete 2 exercises, I will just say hit pause, or you got 1 more time to go. So you can always do exercises 3 times each, especially if you want to build up the muscles. So that especially this is really good if you are just doing this as a 10-minute warm-up. You can also do it as just for fun part of it. So this is where I will cut things for you at the same. No, I don't think I'll cut things for you. I'll just you can just have the option to repeat them at the same time. Okay. Next one is a break for your wrists. We're going to go into pistol squat pose. Pistol squats is with 1 block each. No need the other block. The other block is for your support if you need to. You're going to start off with your foot onto the block. If this is impossible for you as you reach your leg forward, if you cannot balance yourself like this, you can always have the option of placing your toes down onto the ground and your heel onto the block. Whatever way it is, I want you to learn how to lean forward and slowly stretch your left foot back. Pointing your left toes up, you're going to try to drive the left foot all the way up and lift and down, up and down. If I show you the other side, the other leg, so you understand what the straight foot is doing. If you're doing it onto your foot, flat foot over here, you can hang on to your knees as you slowly try to stretch this leg forward. Hanging on to your knees is going to help, or you can reach your hands forward. Your job is to create a compression in your chest as well as your belly button and your thighs. You're going to point these toes out, you're going to use all the thigh strength and lift and down and lift and down. Cannot come onto your set yourself up, heel onto the block, toe onto the floor, reach forward, lift and down. Whoa, lift and down. We're going to do this for 15 times per leg, 1 round only, just to take a break from our shoulders. Okay? Alright, so let's do this. Right foot on the block, or right heel on the block, right toes down to the ground. Your choice. Set yourself up, reach the hands forward, reach the right leg forward, hang in there, point the right toes up. And you stay over here, what I'm constantly trying to do is suck the belly button. Ready? Let's go. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10, down, 5 more. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down. Shake it out, man. Walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. Okay, that wasn't easy, I know. Hang in there. Shift it over to the other side. You're gonna set your left foot very soon. Shake it out if you need to. If your thighs are getting sore, your upper traps are getting sore, left foot back, go into a low lunge pose, push yourself up, feel the stretch along the left hip flexors. If I show you front view, this is where it should be. Feel the stretch along this front hip flexors. Okay, hang in there. Alright, almost to the end of the class already. I would have hit record by now after this pistol squat, then I realized that, oh, I haven't done any recording yet. Oh shit. Alright, okay, so basically we're going to come over to second one, pistol squats. Use the left leg forward, right leg goes up. Maybe this leg is stronger, maybe it's not. Ready, set yourself up. Inhale, exhale, 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10, down, 5 on the go. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, last, down. Shake it out. If you need to do a stretch, again, left foot forward, right knee back. Lunge squat is always nice to have. Alright, okay. The good news is I probably hit record already for this, so the next bit of video is going to be the actual class itself. Cool.
So it's the last few exercises, it will be back to our shoulders. I'm going to revisit basically two exercises for this. The first one is going to be, we're going to go to down dog to stretch it out first, but before this, we're going to down dog, followed by down to dolphin. So there's a dolphin push-ups over here. So this is your first option, the easier option. After down dog, you shake it out already, right? Then your first option is to lower knees down to the ground, but you're constantly pushing your bum all the way back. From here, I want you to lower, hug your elbows in, lower down to the ground, and push up. If you want to have a harder option, I encourage you to place two blocks below your knee so you can pop your bum up a bit higher. And you can keep reaching your hands down, keep pushing your bum back, hug your elbows in, drop it down, push yourself back. For those who want a full option, downward facing dog, hug those elbows in, lower down your elbows, push up. I show you the front view, okay? Front view over here, notice as you place your hands down, I want you to have your triceps, the triceps on the back of your hands, hugging it down. As you hug it down, you're hugging it in and you're trying to bring it down. So you don't want to spread your elbows out like this. You want to hug it in and bring it down to the floor before you keep hugging in and push it back. Okay? You can try it on your knees if you haven't done it before. You can try it in the dolphin, in the down dog pose. But first of all, you can go to down dog to just shake it out first. We're going to stay in down dog for 4 full breaths before we continue into a dolphin push-up. So the down dog is for you to stretch it out and just to power your arms a little bit more. All right, cool. So over here, you want to start to pedal your down dog. You've got 3 more breaths at the same time. Try to push your chest towards the thighs a little bit more. As you push your chest to the thighs a little bit more, you can also find a little bit more stretch in this posture. Hang in there. Okay. 2 more breaths. Feel it opens your shoulder. Feel as if there's a slight stretch in your hamstring muscles as well. Because when you go into a dolphin, you can also feel the stretch in your hamstring muscles at the same time. 1 more breath, everyone. All right. And then from here, hug those triceps downwards towards the floor, and then slowly lower elbows together down towards the floor. Hugging in, pushing your bum back down to the floor. Good. Now hug those elbows in. Try your best to lift both elbows up into your down dog or your knees. Good. Hugging your triceps in, slowly lower down for 2, total 8, yeah? Hug those triceps in, push yourself back and up in 3. 2, sorry. And slowly hug those elbows in, lower down. Start to lower down together at the same time. Good. As you hug those elbows in, your aim is to push your shoulders and your bum backwards as you go up. And 3. Slowly lower down. For 4, hug those elbows in. Yep. Hug those elbows in and push up. For 5, keep pushing your shoulders back. Keep lifting those elbows up. Yep. Ready? Drop it down. Lower elbows down. Yep. When you push back up, you're pushing your bum back and push up. Push all the way back. Up, up, up. Yep. And 6. Slowly lower down. Okay. And hug those elbows in. Lift it back up. Push your shoulders and your bum backwards. You want to extend your elbows back. Very nice. You got 1 last one. Slowly lower down. Hug those triceps in, lower down. Very nice. For those on your knees, when you're pushing up, you're pushing your shoulders and your bum backwards, all right? And push up. Go all the way back up. Yep. Slowly lower knees down to the ground. Child's pose, shake it out if you want to. All right? So every time we will revisit this 2 more times, but as you push up, you want to push your shoulders towards the back. So if you look at the screen again, just a quick revision over here. Even if your knees off, even if your knees down, as you lower down, you're still hugging it in and you're slowly lowering down. But what you're doing is as you lift off, you're trying to move backwards. So as you push back, you're trying to extend back. From here, down, extend, moving back. So if you want to challenge yourself, you can start to lift your kneecaps up 1 inch on the ground, lower down, and push it back. So you're just extending back and not upwards. It's backwards, but not upwards. Got it so far? Okay, shake it out over here. Now, the second exercise for this is basically two choices again, either low plank or dolphin pose, and chin to in between your thumbs. So how this looks like, if you're starting from low plank, elbows down to the floor, shoulder width apart, looking at your thumbs, draw belly button in. And you're going to shift your weight forward, touch your chin towards the floor, must touch, and shift it back. This is your front shoulder work. Again, touch it forward, squeeze above, and push it back. If you're walking into down dog, dolphin pose, your dolphin pose is like this, you can have your knees slightly bent over here. Then you're going to slowly look forward, shift your weight forward, keep your bum up, touch your chin down to your ground, then push it back. Let your chest melt from the thighs. Shift it forward, push it back, push it all the way up. Okay? Both ways are tough, whether you're on a low plank or a dolphin. Dolphin is harder, low plank is slightly easier, but both are tough onto your front shoulder. Okay? Okay? 8 in total only. This challenges the front shoulders a lot, and this is where we build a lot of strength for your front shoulder, arm balances, and everything else. Cool? Set yourself up in your preferred position, either low plank or your dolphin pose, starting in 3, 2, 1. Shift your chin forward, must touch the floor all the way down, and push back up to your low plank. Okay? 2, all the way down. Touch. Good. Use your shoulders, push back up. Chin, bum don't go up. And go down. 3, touch the chin. Push back up. And 4, chin come to your knees. 4th one, go down. Touch your chin. Push back up. Bum goes up. Nice. Go down. Chin must touch. And push back up. 5. Chin, you can walk your knees slightly back now. Bring it down. 6. And push back up. Nice. 2 more. 7. Bring it down. Hug those elbows in. Very nice. And push your bum all the way up. Last one to go, everyone. Shift your weight forward. Touch your chin down to the ground. Squeeze everything up and push it back. Up. Nice one. Lower knees down to the ground. Shake out your shoulders. Shake out your shoulders. You can always do open arm pose, flex over here as you reach your hands out and you pedal over to the side. That's always a good to have. Keep hugging your belly button in. So this is more of a dynamic counter stretch for your shoulders at the same time. Cool? All right. If you use too much of your triceps earlier on, you'll feel the dull egg over here. So the key thing is really just to channel all the strength into your protracted shoulders. All right. We're going to go back to the first exercise, which is basically dolphin push-ups. Basically, if you're doing either, if onto your knees, you are constantly trying to lower elbows down. When you push back, you're pushing your shoulders and your bum back. If you want harder option, my blocks can go up to second height, but make sure you're very stable on them. Okay. What this does is I can reach my hands forward. It's like a down dog over here. So you notice as long as your bum is above your knees, you can still do the same thing. Hug those elbows in, lower it down. When you push it back up again, push your bum and your shoulders all the way back. Okay, so far, for those who are taking a full down dog, your full down dog over here, you can keep your knees slightly bent. Hug those elbows in, lower both elbows down, bum must stay up, and push it all the way up at the same time. Your elbows and your triceps must always hug downwards. That's going to help you a lot more. So you have the various options, knees down, knees on blocks. Second height block is always nice to have, but make sure that your bum stays above your knees. Okay, and you want to be able to walk your hands forward until you can find yourself in a down dog shape. Okay? So this time around, I'll give you your own time, own target. I won't dictate. You can do 8 to 10 on your own. I will just look at how you are doing. All right? Go ahead. You can do so. So try to lower both elbows up and down at the same time. Nice one, Phoebe. Hug those elbows in. So as you shift yourself up, you're shifting forward already. I want you to push your shoulders backwards. Correct. All right, hug those triceps down, lower down. Lower both down. So Grace, when you push up, I want you to push your shoulders backwards. Yep, correct. So you're extending those elbows down. Winnie, you can soften your knees slightly more so you can keep a flatter back. Very good. Try lower down. Very nice. Good. Wrap those triceps in and push it all the way up. Nice. Jean, try to do two at one go. So I rather you put your both knees onto your higher block instead of trying to push up both, one elbow at one time. Okay. Nice one, Michelle. You're trying to, I can see you're trying to push your shoulders back. Li Qing, try your best to, when you straighten your elbows, to push yourself back. You're pushing your shoulders backwards. Nice one, Sherilyn. Try to wrap your triceps downwards as you push up. That's the strength you want to train. When you're done, just sit around so that I know you're done. Don't keep doing, okay? Because you got another round to go. We just wait for the last few. Okay. Complete your last set, if you, last one rep if you haven't. Shake it out over here. Okay, and then now you got your not so awesome kiss your chin to the ground. So you can either stay in low plank or a dolphin. Again, it is basically, if you cannot already, come down to your knees, same thing as usual, elbows below your shoulders, shift forward and push it back. If you think you got it, you can go onto your low plank, shift forward, oh my gosh, and push it back. Your biceps might scream. If you can, walk it back, push your chest towards your thighs, shift forward, come onto your toes, and push it back. When you push back, your shoulders are aiming towards, no, your chest is aiming towards your thighs. Okay? At your own time, own target, 8 to 10 again. So a lot of this is front shoulder builder, which is very important in trying to really strengthen the stability in our arms. All right. For those doing dolphin, if you find that you're too tight, you can always soften your knees. Actually walk your feet in a little bit more. You're super flexible here, so you can afford to load your shoulders a little bit more. Keep your bum up when you reach forward. Your bum is sinking. All right, very nice. Hug those elbows in. Nice one, Grace. Keep hugging those elbows in. Nice one, Sherilyn. So some of you realize that this might be easier as compared to a dolphin. It really depends. But if you need a break, take a break. Hang in there. All right. We'll just wait for everyone to finish up before I do the last one. And then I will leave you guys with a couple of homework when I send across the recorded video. So far so good, everyone. Are we all still alive? Thumbs up if you can. Okay. Okay. So your last one, because we've done so much of our front our front shoulders, I'm going to look at basically looking at plank to up dog very controlled, or you have a supported plank to high cobra. I'm going to demo the easier option first. Okay. Supported plank. Watch my shoulders as you watch my hips. So this is about shoulder opener, but it's a strength shoulder opener. As you go into your supported plank, your plank today will be with your knees slightly behind your hips and your tailbone tucked in. Then as we go down into a high cobra, what we're going to do is watch out my shoulder. I'm going to roll my shoulder back. I'm going to sink my hips down, squeeze my bum. As I pull my shoulders back, my ears are high above my shoulders. This is my low cobra. Squeeze the bum is very important. And we're going to suck my belly button in and return to my supported plank. This is my rounded shoulders. Again, demoing. As I sink my hips down, I squeeze my bum. I will roll my shoulders back and keep my ears high above my shoulders. And exhale, push away from your shoulders and come up to plank. Okay? If it's a full plank pose, you're going to move from a plank to an up dog. So which means your feet can be slightly wider and hip width apart, coming to your full plank. As you look forward, you're going to roll the shoulders back, squeeze the hips, sink the hips down. So notice my shoulders roll back. I'm going to keep my ears high with my shoulders as I pull my chest forward, pull my shoulders back. Your triceps open. And slowly round to come out to plank. Slowly control your descent down. As you bring your hips down, you're going to pull the shoulders back and pull the chest through. And we're going to round the shoulders and lift it back. Okay? Do this at your own time. I will give you, do about 6 to 8. I will say 8. If you need a break in between, take a break. Because you want to control, again, the descent. As you let your hips drop, you need to pull the shoulders back first. So notice my shoulders are protracting before my hips sink down, so that my ears are not up to my shoulders. This is squashed already. My ears must be high above my shoulders, and I stay really steadily before I protract my shoulders, use my core to suck it up. So far, so good. Okay? At your own time, on target. This is the last exercise already. We will do this, we will do this 1 round of 8 at your own time, on target before we cool down for the day. Okay, then I will give you all the homework as I record. So set yourself up. If you're on your knees or if you're in plank, I want you to check that as you descend your hips, you're squeezing your bum and you're really pushing your ears high above your shoulders. Great, show me one more time. Pull the shoulders back. Push your ears high above your shoulders. Pull the chest through. Wrap your triceps back. Yes. Then you want to protract shoulders. Lift it back to plank. Yep. Nice one, Queenie. Yep. If you continue doing this, you notice that your shoulders are really rotating. So Erica, I need you to really wrap your triceps towards the back as you squeeze both shoulder blades together. Michelle, also pull their shoulders back a little bit more as if you're trying to pull the chest through. Okay, nice. Jean also, staying onto your knees, pull the triceps back. Your shoulders are hunching forward, so you really pull the throat. Yes, correct. The chest must pull through. Okay. Your wrist might feel a little bit slung over here. So this is really about shoulders, about a little bit of back. Take plenty of breaks if you need to. Chin chest up if you need to when you go into up dog or high cobra. So really roll the shoulders back, squeeze the hips. Turn, lift the chest up a little bit more, push a bit higher. Yep, before you go back to plank. Very nice. Okay. Once you're done with 8, you can just hang around, shake it out. Cool. Keep going. Yep, take your time. The descent over here is quite tough. So it's really about understanding, lifting your ears high above your shoulders, squeezing your bum, lift the chest up a little bit more. Drop it down. Jing, pull the shoulders back, pull the shoulders back, pull the shoulders back, squeeze the bum, and slowly lift it back up. Jing, pull your shoulders back. Really pull the shoulders back a little bit more, squeeze the bum. Yeah. Yes, I know it's tough. And slowly lift it back. Okay, everyone's all done? Take a rest. Okay, so how I close off with this class, I'm just going to go into a shoulder stretch over here. Shoulder stretch. If you can find a wall, I'll show you front view first. The front view is like having your fingers facing outwards, and you're going to find a wall and place your elbows against the wall. So this is how it looks like, pulling your shoulder blades back, pulling your elbows up, as well as the pinky fingers touching the wall skirting. Okay. Then from here, we're going to bend our knees, we're going to scoop our bum up. So how this looks from side view is, once you have this, you're going to pull your shoulders back. Okay, wait, let me adjust a little bit from here. Whoa. All right, okay, then from here, with my elbows and my pinky fingers touching the wall, my shoulders are also trying to touch the wall. The back of my shoulders are trying to touch the wall. As I shift my bum forward, your shoulders are going to lift, but your elbows are going to keep to the wall. So you want to go as far as possible as you bend your elbows until you cannot go anymore. Roll the shoulders back and try to lift the chest up without lifting your elbows away from the wall. We're going to hold here for 30 seconds. Okay? That's a stretch for you. So find yourself back to the wall. Fingertips facing out. Pinky fingers and elbows are touching the wall. Alright? Roll the shoulders back first. Feel as if you're having your full control. Then start to shift your bum forward until your elbows almost lift off the ground, but not lifting up, but your elbows must still touch the wall. Once you got it going, roll the shoulders back, try to lift the chest up. I'm going to start the timer right now. Breathe through it. So this is your shoulder opener at the same time. As you try to lift the chest up, you're opening the front part of your shoulders, which is a huge part of what you've been working on. Today I focus a lot on front delts with a little bit of a counter action using your up dog or high cobra as a counter back shoulder work. So you pull your front shoulder, you stretch out your front shoulders a little bit more. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, slowly relax. Got out of it. Counter wrist stretch over here. Watch me again. You're going to place the back of the palms down to the ground, fingers facing back. So your fingers can be, it doesn't have to close, it can just be far apart. It doesn't really matter. As you place your palms down, you can have it really close to your knees first. And you want to place entire palm as well as your fingernails down onto the ground. From here, there are 2 things you need to do. I'm going to give you front view again. There are 2 things you need to do. You're going to place your fingers facing forward. The first thing is your elbows might be bent. Your first job is to try to straighten the elbows. Second job is to try to rotate the pits of your elbows forward. If you don't know what the pits are, these are the pits, basically the eye of the elbows, the inside of the elbows. You're going to try to rotate them forward. Then the third one is, if you can, if you are very, really comfortable, once it's all rotated forward, you can start to walk your knees back as you try to stabilize and put more weight onto the base of your wrist. Whatever works for you. Some people can go into plank, but I cannot. So I don't know about that, but you're going to feel some pressure along the base of your wrist. 30 seconds, hold again. Okay? Slowly set yourself up first. Top of your palms down to the ground. So top of your hands, Grace, flip your palms. Top of your palms. Grace, flip your palms. Top of your palms. Yes, correct. Okay, now try to straighten your elbows, making sure that your shoulder width apart. Second one is to try to rotate your pits of your elbows forward. Then you want to try to shift your shoulders back while keeping your elbows straight. So depending on what you want to, I'm starting a timer already. If you want more pressure, for Ashley, I would suggest you shift your shoulders slightly forward and start to walk your knees back. So you're loading a lot more into the base of your wrist. Yeah, if you can shift back, it means that you can walk your knees even further back. Last 10 seconds. Hang in there. Weenie, walk your knees slightly back. In the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly ease it out, shake it out over here. Alright, if you need to rush off, I'm sorry, it's 5:25. I'm very famous for running over time, as usual. Ask me any questions that you have right now. Feel free to unmute yourself. Otherwise, if you want to hang on a little bit more, these are your... I'm going to send across the edited video tonight because I forgot to record the front part, so I need to re-record everything. But when you are redoing this video again, I will keep this on for the whole 1 month so that we can always do this at least once a week for yourself. So it really helps to build your shoulder strength. And as a homework, as part of the video, before you go onto after your dolphin and your chin, you're also going to do 2 more things. One is basically holding your awkward plank. For those who joined me yesterday, you all know what an awkward plank is. Awkward plank for 30 seconds. So basically, I'm going to count over here. When I record, it's going to be basically, you can come down, first level, right hand, left leg goes up, stay. Option 2, come on to your left fingertip, stay. Option 3, you're going to come in a full plank. Right hand goes up, left leg goes up, hanging there for 30 seconds before we switch straight away. 30 seconds. This is what you're going to expect in the video coming up to you. Then after that, we're going to move on into banda charges because it's really so good at working your core and working your shoulders right now, right? So basically, it's going to be 8 banda charges on each side before we switch again. So basically, it's going to look like this. Banda charges, hips are high, shoulders are high as well. Right leg goes up, right knee touches, that's 1. Go up, and 2. All the way to 8, we switch. Left leg goes up, touch, that's 1. Go up, and 2. Noticing that my hips and my shoulders stay really high all this while. So when I record the video, all of you this would be included as well. Don't forget to do your own wrist stretches all at the same time. And last one will be side plank on elbow. So we did a side plank earlier on. Then your last one to end up will be a side plank holding for 1 minute if possible. Again, your fingers are going to face forward. And you're going to do a full side plank. Maybe legs up if you want to, or simply legs forward, or knees down also can.
Okay, this is your homework for those who have done the class previously. Upward plank 30 seconds. You have 2 options. One option, tabletop is an easy one. Right hand forward, left leg back. Push away hard from the left hand as you squeeze the right palm and stay 30 seconds. Option 2, notice even as you push, you need to push away from your shoulder, so don't let it down. Even if you take the easy option, a lot of us can let it down. Look at my shoulder here. You need to push away hard and keep reaching your hands forward. Shoulder must be above your wrist. Alright. Otherwise, your upward plank in your full one will be coming onto your plank pose, have your feet fist width apart, maybe stretch your right hand forward, reach your left leg back, keep extending all the way, and you're going to hold. Ready? One round option to repeat anytime you want to. Okay? Ready? We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Right hand goes up, left leg goes up. Keep reaching forward. You're going to find balance. Press away half from your left hand. Squeeze your left leg up a little bit higher. Suck the belly button in. You're constantly trying to reach and push more into your left hand. A little bit more. Over here, halfway there. Keep going. Whoa. And to keep reaching, your left leg is trying to stretch all the way back. Last 5 seconds only before you switch. Okay, we're going to have a 5 seconds break in 3, 2, 1. Drop it down first. 1 deep breath, inhale. Open the mouth, side up. Exhale. Ready? Plank pose. Left hand goes up, right leg goes up. Let's start. 30 seconds of awkward plank pose over here. What you're trying to do is to shift a bit over to your right shoulder and moving your left hand forward a little bit more. You're also trying to squeeze your inner thighs towards each other so you don't topple over to your right hand side. Press away from your right hand. You're going to feel as if you need to lift the right leg a little bit higher. Last 10 seconds only. Hang in there, suck the belly button in. And 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Shake it out over here. Alright. Hit pause because you can repeat this one more time. Awkward plank for yourself. That is your own homework, on time, on target. If you want to challenge me, you can always tag me on Instagram to do so. And I'll probably do it with you lah. Okay? Next one of your final one is your side plank. Your side plank over here is on your hands. Remember how we were doing a warm-up earlier on? Instead of holding 15 seconds, we're going to hold 30 seconds for your side plank. 30 seconds, you can choose to lift your top leg up or just straighten your top leg. Your choice, but you want to feel the strength coming from your shoulder, pushing all the way up towards your hips. Okay? Set yourself up. You want to place your right hand below the right shoulder. Knee below your hips first. so that your shoulder has time to set up everything. You want to feel everything on first knuckle. So notice the very slight shift of my forearms. It's not going to shift up, it's going to shift in, so that I press into my first finger knuckle. Once you got that going, I'm going to start a timer as you reach up in 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you want to, straighten your bottom leg, lift the hips up. If you want to, lift it up. So that you have full strength over here. 20 more seconds to hold, hang in there. You also can stay in this posture at the same time. Halfway there. If you've got good strength, you can always lift it up, but that is your choice. But the key thing over here is this shoulder and the first finger knuckle. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly ease out of it. Shake it out over here before you switch on to the left side. Okay? Left side going. Ready, set yourself up. Left hand, left knuckle. Again, the reason why I place my fingertips facing forward is so that I can rotate and shift my weight into my knuckle. By doing that, this shoulder needs to lean into the knuckle in order to set up. When I set it up over here, this is how my knees are helping me at the same time. Okay, ready? We're going to start the timer in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Keep the hips up nice and high. Keep trying to push into your first finger knuckle. Then if you want to, you can always step. From here, you can always lift up if you want to for a different thigh stretch. Your hips must go high, so everything is one straight line, as you can see from the screen or for yourself over here. 10 more seconds to go. You can also drop it back down if you're tired. One hand will always be more tired. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly ease out of it. Alright, so that is your second homework for the day. Whenever you want to, hit pause. Do it again for both right side and left side, but always shake out your wrists at the same time.